Hello, everybody. We're here to take a look at Disintegration. This is Matthew Rory. Who am I talking with? Caller, turn up your radio.
It's me. Oh, it's me, Chappie. I'm here to save all the guys on my hover bike. I haven't seen Chappie. I don't know what he talks like.
Me neither. I've never seen it either. Hopefully the audio is okay for everybody. I'm going to move this mic a little closer to my mouth. We'll try to talk eloquently. This is a Disintegration. This is a lot of the marketing has been from the code creator of Halo. It's a small 30-person team up in Seattle. They've made a game that I'm sorry if my voice sounds scratchy.
They made a game.
They've made a game. I was really enthusiastic for this when I first started playing it. Some of the charm has worn off over the last couple hours of gameplay. But we'll talk about it as we go. This is the fourth mission, I believe, and immediately one of my biggest frustrations with the first three has been answered. I have a new gun. It doesn't seem all that great. But it is at least a new gun because you play with the same like little machine gun for the first three missions, and it feels really kind of disappointing. But I'm here to save the hydroelectric dam, and that is my goal. This game starts off really weird. The single player has received some high praise in certain circles, but I found it to be pretty disjointed so far. You kind of start off in this big long cutscene. Also, the cutscenes are unskippable in this game as far as I can tell.
I figured out you can hold enter.
Oh, they do not let you know that at all when you try to hit the buttons. So you kind of start off with a big bad guy. You are a robot. Your human brain has been transported up into a robot. These are all your friends. They're all ex-humans as well. And there are other robots that would like to kill all the remaining humans on the Earth. You are one of the people who still has hope of maybe getting your body back at some point. Let's go ahead and lay down some. So you are in a hover bike here. You are also commanding these little troops on the ground. You can focus their fire. I'm gonna go and lay down some grenades. We got some other slowdown modes. They all have kind of fairly distinct abilities. It's really neat. It's a neat system. It's obviously kind of an FPS combined with RTS mechanics.
Yeah.
I don't find that it's a perfect blend, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but I think the execution is a little lacking. I think either part is not solid enough. Like the FPS-ness of it is a little flat, and the RTS-ness of it is a little flat.
It's neither of them. Oh my god, what happened to me? Neither of them seem to be super compelling. I find that there's not a huge amount of variety in. Come on, take it down. Not a huge amount of variety in what you can do, especially in this single-player game. You start off, like I said, with this one gun. Oh, buddy, get him. Oh, hit those barrels, come on.
I will say, I've only played the first two missions, and this looks a little more active and engaging than those.
I finally got 4 characters, which is nice. I gotta keep an eye on my guys down here, though. Make sure everybody's repaired up. You have the ability to heal them as they go around, but mostly what you're doing is kind of you're trying to be active and shoot people yourself. You can also command them to open up boxes and things like that on the ground. This is a electronics box. Let's see what they got. The thing about what I'm not a huge fan of so far in this game is that you move very slowly. Like, you're supposed to be a grav bike. You start off with this weird cutscene where you are an ex-famous grav bike speed racer, and this is about as fast as your grav bike can go. It's just kind of walking speed.
Just gotta enter scan mode, man.
I am in scan mode. That was scan mode.
Oh,
you have this little zoom that you can do here and there. You only have 2. You don't have the ability to choose between guns as far as I've seen. I'm on a new bike, which is why I have a different gun now. But you only have basically one thing you can do yourself, and then you can command your little friends here to. You can command your friends here to also use their skills as well, if you can remember what they are, which I sometimes have a hard time doing. Oh, he's using artillery. That's good. So this is basically it. I mean, I haven't seen too much else beyond running around shooting people. You got to keep an eye on yourself too. Oh shit, a lot of people down here. Hit that thing. Hit those barrels. Fight.
So basically your units will automatically attack. You can focus them in on a target, which comes in handy because most, if not all, of the enemies in this game can enter a sort of stunned state where they will take extra damage. So the idea is you soften them up a little bit, or you have your units do that, and then once they're in that state, you have everyone attack them, they take massive damage, and you move on.
Yeah, there's oh shit, and there's snipers too, and you have to keep an eye on your own health as well. You see my health there at the bottom.
Very up in the open.
Yeah, you were kind of flying around above everything, and everything can hit you. You can keep it pretty well relaxed and send your friends ahead if you want to, and stay behind walls and things like that, and peek out from cover. I'm a little more active because I'm playing this on the default difficulty, which is pretty easy.
Yeah, I was playing on hard, and even that was not necessarily too hard.
The only problem is I don't have a way to heal myself with this specific setup. You kind of get new stuff every mission, not every mission, but different healing abilities. One of my favorite healing abilities, a big thing, you just drop on the ground, it heals everything inside it, including you. I don't have that right now, so I don't have a way to heal myself, which means this might be a short mission. One of my big complaints so far, I'm not sure where I'm going, but I gotta get down here for sure. Well, come on. My big complaint so far is that all the missions have been just kind of very random. You don't really feel like you're building towards anything. There's a big bad guy who shows up in the opening cutscene who just disappears after that, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Whoa, what am I doing here? We got bad guys coming in. So if I want to, I can just go ahead and tell them to move ahead, hide back here, and I'll probably be okay. If your teammates die, quote unquote, they will basically drop a little helmet you can pick up, and then they'll respawn within like 20 seconds. So it's very difficult to really get... I've never wiped it all so far.
No.
As long as you take care of yourself, you're probably going to be okay, even against these bigger enemies over here. Any questions from chat so far?
Really?
It's a pretty straightforward game. When I went through the tutorial, I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit more to it. It seems what positive aspects, it seems well written in terms of the dialogue. It seems like somebody actually did put a fair amount of thought into it. Oh, this person's getting sniped. Get out of the way. Oh, she's getting turreted. That's even worse. You gonna hit that. Oh. The problem with this artillery thing is at half the time, by the time it actually hits, the enemies will have moved away from where you targeted it at, and also sometimes things will die really quick, and it won't hit anything at all, which feels like a waste because it has the longest cooldown of anything in the game. Oh shit! Ow! What the fuck was that? Whoa! Somebody really took a lot of damage there. I don't know what that was, and I'm almost out of it. You saw how quickly that guy responded, though, or respawned. Man,
right.
I better find.
Yeah, like you were. I think Jeff was talking about this on the Bombcast, but I think my biggest issue, well, one of my biggest issues is that you are just this big, hulking, floating thing that's very easy to shoot. You know, you're on a hover bike, so you're encouraged to kind of fly around, but if you fly a little bit too high, suddenly every enemy is shooting at you, and you don't exactly have like a ton of maneuverability. You have that little boost, but that's really it. So you just kind of spend a lot of time just chilling out behind walls and waiting for your little guys to do their thing. Yeah, I'm feeling that's probably even worse on the harder difficulties. I haven't noticed that too much on the regular difficulty, but it's definitely not all super great. I've noticed a few things like there's no manual saves in this game. You only have checkpoints, but also there are some things like in the third mission, there are these challenges you see over here, which I've not been worrying about. Oh, this one's timed too, which is great. There are challenges here, and one of them has this weird effect thing where you're supposed to avoid this big pulse that comes out through the entire level. And if you get hit by that pulse once, it'll mark that challenge as failed, even if you go back and reload a checkpoint. So you basically have to restart the entire thing if you really care about... Oh, shit, I gotta take out some of these people. Well, amazing. We got a question from Fisk O, who asks, will your units always move in a group, or can you command them individually like in many other FPS RTS hybrids?
I do not believe you can command them individually. You can use their abilities individually, but they will mostly all move as a group. You have some limited kind of... You can tell them to go forward. You can right-click on an enemy to target them, which is really handy for big enemies, because they will basically shoot at whatever comes through, so you really do have to kind of keep an eye on them and let them know who to hit if you want to focus fire down. But for the most part, they will move pretty much in a group. They move very quickly. They do keep up with you really well. And you want these upgrade chips because those are basically like your talent tree kind of stuff. You get a bunch of salvage up there too, and that's kind of experience. But yeah, they will mostly move as a group. You can pin them somewhere, but they will come back to you eventually. You can also recall them anytime. Voila. Where am I going now? Let's do maybe one more checkpoint here, and we'll flip over to multiplayer.
Yeah, which I haven't tried yet, but you made sound.
It's interesting. It's so. Oh boy, hi. Where are you gonna go here? Let's do this one first. 4 first, and then we're gonna get some. Hit him! Oh, I don't think that artillery even came out because he was right on top of him. So I killed that enemy while he was staggered. You see the big flashing thing. That was one of the challenges for this mission. Let's go take out this turret and then we'll move over to. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me. But this is kind of the game. You kind of run around in these missions. They feel very disjointed from a story standpoint. Like I said, you're kind of doing random tasks for this old guy who wants to basically commands your whole crew. But you don't have a sense of an overall objective beyond survival. You don't have the big bad guy at the beginning has not come back for me yet. I'm assuming he does at some point, but there's really no kind of through line in terms of what you're doing, which is kind of disappointing. It's very competently done, though. I mean, it looks fine. It runs really well on this computer. It runs at like 120 FPS. Oh shit! Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. Oh, and I got zapped too. I gotta get out from these snipers.
I have to say, you know, we can't obviously speak to the later levels, but when you boot up the tutorial, it kind of takes place in this cool, like, future cube floaty.
It's like a Metal Gear style, you know, training mission, VR mission kind of thing. I thought that was going to be more of what the game was, but
exactly. I thought that was going to be kind of the aesthetic, but then you get to this planet and it's very much just like gray and green Earth.
My main problem with this game graphically is no FOV adjustment at all. If you want to take a look at the options real quick, because I like to do that in my games, everything's set up to epic, and when I run this at full ultra widescreen, it runs at 100 plus frames a second. It runs really well. It looks fine. It's a little bland in terms of level design. There are a lot of invisible walls, which I really hate, especially in the early levels.
There are.
You will be able to see a vista in front of you, and you just won't be able to go towards it at all.
Like one of the first missions, you're kind of descending down a hill in a like snake path, but you can't just like go straight down it, even though you're on a hover bike.
Yeah,
it's a little.
That's really frustrating to me, especially early on. You're supposed to be searching for these kind of, you know, you see me opening boxes and stuff like that. There will be boxes hidden. Look, like I totally missed one over here. Military cache. You have to go to scan mode and tell your guys to open these up, and you can easily miss them. And if you do, you can replay the missions if you want to, but you will miss out on these chips, which are kind of the talent tree adjustment stuff, which is frustrating. There's also some... It's just a weird... It feels like you're supposed to explore the world a little bit, but then you hit a lot of invisible walls, which feels really frustrating. But yeah, that's kind of my complaints. The FOV thing is very significant to me, though. This feels very tight and confined, and I would love to be able to zoom back a little bit and see more of the world. Let's take out one more of these groups here. I'm going to go and set artillery guy to go and fire, buddy. It's a neat effect and cool sound. Oh, shit, he really went way over there.
Yeah, I think this game, like, I have my complaints about the kind of aesthetics of it, but I think, like, the explosion effects are cool. There's some cool, like, time slowdown stuff.
Yeah,
the cutscenes look really nice, and they're like you said, they're well acted and stuff.
Yeah, it's a really interesting kind of. I feel like the small. I hate using small team as kind of a defense, but some of the design decisions are just a little bit baffling to me. Yeah. I'm gonna go and blow that guy up because he's my friend. What do I got to do here? I need to blow this thing up too.
Blow it all up.
Command squad to interact. All right. If anybody has any questions in chat, feel free to let me know. GiantBomb.com/chat. Ben will relay those to me. We're gonna do a real quick. You gonna blow it up or what? Oh, wow, defense now. Okay, great. Some of the MKB stuff over here too is a little frustrating. I haven't tried this. Have you played this with a controller?
No, but it seems like it could totally
I'm not sure if I would prefer that in multiplayer. We'll talk about multiplayer in a second. We'll try to get into a match too. There's only 3 multiplayer modes, which is a little low, but you know, again, small team. Pop into a quick play real quick and see if we can do that. I'm gonna try and get this thing to blow up real quick, and then we'll hop over to multiplayer. Is this working? Is it okay? More enemies coming in? Where are they? There they are. These snipers are pretty... There are different classes of enemy too. They're not all kind of one thing. Obviously, that'd be really disappointing if there were, but there are varieties of different color-coded and bigger and smaller enemies that will have different powers and things like that. So you do have to kind of keep an eye on what's going on. And here's a big bad guy who is going to get a slowdown on him. The slowdown is really fun, and then you can do the artillery while they're slowed down. And it's kind of nice. The abilities of your little units down here, when they do work, are pretty fun. Yeah. When you have them all on cooldown, some of the cooldowns are pretty long. You see this one, the artillery is like 80 seconds, so you don't have it all the time. But when you can actually sync them all up, it's kind of fun.
Right away. Serves them right.
I wish I had a melee attack too sometimes, just for when I'm up on my people.
Yeah, I wish. Like,
As an FPS, there is not enough to do in this game. If you're going into this as a first-person shooter, you're looking for something like, you know, it comes off as very Destiny-ish or Titanfall-ish. It is definitely not that. It is a hybrid of both RTS and FPS, and I find that the FPS part of it is kind of undercooked. Man, this thing is taking a while to blow up. Some of the enemies, when you shoot them, will drop these little healing items for your whole team, and you can hop in there, that little field zone, and heal yourself as well, which is handy. Man, this thing, I want this thing to blow up. This bomb is not very good. A lot of this kind of stuff is a lot of wave-based kind of stuff. A lot of these little situations where you get in will have like kind of these wave of enemy horde mode kind of thing, where you're just shooting down stuff coming at you. The AI is, for the enemies, is not what I would call super awesome. It is a lot of kind of just running straight at you and your teammates, and the snipers will try to hide up in their little zones. I'm gonna hop out here and try to do some multiplayer real quick before we wrap this up. I'll try to do one match if I can.
See it.
Yeah.
I'm interested. You said it wasn't great, but
I don't find it to be amazing. Let's see how long this matchmaking takes. There are some neat little player appearance stuff. You can do graphical appearance for banners, emotes, crew appearance. You can change these guys around. There's some neat designs for the multiplayer stuff. You do have different weapons, and it's kind of a Dota. I never played it, but there's also real money. If you want to spend money on credits, you can do that. This is mostly for cosmetic stuff. I haven't seen anything gameplay oriented, but if you feel and find that this stuff is gross, you can earn credits through playing gameplay. So I don't see that anybody needs to do this, but if that kind of stuff bugs you, it's worth knowing that is in there. A billion challenges for multiplayer too. It seems like this is all really pretty well plotted out. I haven't played much more than like one game. But again, there are 3 different multiplayer modes. One's basically a control point mode, where you will just basically run back and forth and try to have like 3 nodes on a map and try to control them one by one to earn points and eventually win. The other one's another one is kind of a one team CTF kind of thing, where you're an attacking team and trying to pick up items and drop them off near the defender's base, and the defenders can shoot you down to make you drop the items. And I forget what the other one is, but I didn't take notes on that one. If you have any questions, now would be great. My other main complaint here is that if you do, and hopefully this is I might be incorrect here, but I played through a mission before, hit checkpoints, exited the game to go do something else, and came back, and when I restarted the game, I have to restart the mission entirely, which kind of defeats the entire point of checkpoints for me, because some of these missions can be like half an hour, 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
So that's a little disappointing. Yeah.
There was a couple questions of people asking if there's any co-op.
I haven't seen any co-op at all.
I don't believe so.
I think that this game feels like they had a pretty limited scope of what they wanted to do with the amount of people that they had, and it feels like they did pretty well to hit those goals. My problem is not with a lot of the design or the writing, or just some of the design decisions are, well, I mean, the art design is fine. I think this game looks really good. Some of the design decisions feel a little off to me in terms of fun value. Like, I don't think I want to play through the entire game just to see where the story goes, because this hasn't really gotten me a big hook.
No, I think it's like better than I thought it would be going in that first cutscene. I was just like, okay, they're really going for something here, which I applaud,
Yeah.
but not enough to play through the game itself.
This did not hit the top 100 games played on Steam. I checked yesterday, so I don't know. I got into a match yesterday in about 90 seconds. This is taking a bit longer. Let's stay here for now. Let's give this a little bit. The multiplayer, it's Dota-esque in that you have to pick one of the factions to play as when you start a match.
Stop making me try and like this.
Oh no! Yeah.
Dota.
Well, I'm not. I don't never played Dota, like I said. But you basically have, I think, 9 different types of. Let's see how crew appearances here. I think you have these 9. You have to pick one, and once you pick one, the first person who picks it gets it, and then everybody else on the team has to pick something else. I was playing as, I think, the Lost Ronin last time, and there are some of these that are just brutal. You move super slow. These are my other frustration with this thing is that you can't see the stats on these. You can't see the stats on these organizations before you actually get into matchmaking, which is taking forever today, of course, while I was retrying to do this quick look.
Zombie Pie wants to know, how long are the story missions roughly?
30 to 45 minutes, I would say. The way I play pretty slow, methodical, try to scan, try to explore. The exploration stuff in single player is not also, like I said, a lot of invisible walls, a lot of weird and dead ends that don't have anything in them. And so it's the exploration side. Either they should have gone for bigger maps, open world, or like make this just more of a corridor shooter, in my opinion.
I like these designs.
Yeah, no, they're well done. All right, here we go. We got Zone Control. This is the basic one. I think I played on this map before too. I don't know how many maps there are in multiplayer, but we'll try this match real quick. And take a look at the time too. We got time. We got time for a match, Ben. We'll do a little Desperados after this if we have time for that too. So, oh wow, that's weird. My bandwidth meter does not seem to be. I didn't look up a lot of information on multiplayer. I'm not sure if this is dedicated servers or what. It doesn't look like my ping is great, but we'll see what happens. All right, so match starting. We got to quickly decide on your people here. I'm going to go for Neon Dreams. I'm going to have nothing. Oh, multiple people can pick groups. That's good. You really want speed. Full auto fire. I'm going to take the business. I'm going to see Seeker Rockets.
I like that programmer art banner.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. There's a lot of those. I just did a capture and hold zones to win, so we got to go. The boost thing here, I'm supposed to be on a really fast speeder bike, and I feel like I'm walking half the time. It's a pretty basic mode. You basically have, you're going to have, you capture the zone, and there's one in the middle, and you want to get the middle one, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to, this is like a 10-minute timer, so we should have, okay. A bunch of people going to B, which is smart. Let me get up there and help them out, too, real quick. You do have your people, too, as well. You can call them back to me. Oh boy, here we go. There's a bad guy over there. Looks like, there we go. Get him, get him. Get him, get him.
Get him.
Got him, got him. Got the zone B. I'm going to go and say that I'm not very good at competitive multiplayer games, and I apologize for that. I only have 2.
This is a disgrace.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be not so great here, but well, we're in the lead, though. As long as I can help out a little bit. That's all I care about. Gotta get my little cap over here. Oh, the other one is is that a friend of ours? The other mode is kind of a dog tag mode where you kill people, you find dog tags on the thing. I'm not sure if that's.
Are you getting them from like their units?
Yeah, their units, and also you can find them on the map itself. And the other, you can also kill them personally. Oh boy, there's a lot of enemies over here. All we gotta do is hold A and B, and we'll win eventually. This seems to be a little bit more vital and kind of upbeat to me than the single player. It's obviously a lot more stuff going on. If you like competitive multiplayer, I see a lot of potential here. Oh boy, I'm getting my units killed. I'm just telling them to move up.
I do like competitive multiplayer quite a bit, but it just seems a little too slow.
The movement is you still have boosts to dodge people, and there's the map I've only played on this map, so I can't really speak to it too much, but there are the mobility and up and downness of it. I have to get my guys or else they'll never respond. Oh shit, he's hitting me. Oh shit, are we losing A? We are losing A. Oh shit, that's not good. The ability to go up and down is kind of nice because you can. Oh, did we get it? We're going to. Nope, there's a bad guy. Hi, buddy. I'm here too.
Enemy air support.
Yeah, you better run. You better run. Got him. Gotcha. Gotcha. What was I saying? You can actually, there are little, you know, things you can only fly through on some of these missions. So if you take a look around, you can and see some other passages to get behind people and things like that, which is kind of neat. Somebody way back. Somebody's just sitting in the graveyard. 2 people just sitting back there. That's awesome. So we're gonna lose this probably because we got 2 people just kind of not doing anything.
Can you hit F to bring them to you, and will they like?
Those are my. Those are the
those
other
are humans.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
humans. Yeah, just sitting back there doing nothing. So I think they just took a little break. Okay, great. Now, no shit. I'm fucked. Let me get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna defend this on my own. We got totally boned. Okay, but my guys, I'm gonna try my best, but I would like to have other people here too as well, because otherwise I'm just gonna die. Man, that's a spanking. I got somebody behind me now too. Oh boy, I'm dead. I'm gonna blow up. This big ping thing that tells me just 3 bars feels so mobile phone-ish. Like it feels like it should give me an actual ping, but a little bit annoying. Bop, beep. Bop. Okay, now we're pushing forward again because people woke up. F, recall units, get back to me. Here they come. I got a challenge badge coming up. Zone B secure. We still have a lead, it looks like. Oh boy, that got pounded. Yeah, you better hide. Problem here is I find that people will sneak up over here and come through the back end. Hey, see what it means? See what I mean?
I hate when they come in through the back end for a pounding.
I gotta use more of my shit. I'm getting hit.
Finish them off.
So some of these multiplayer things seem to have like more powerful hero unit. Like you are more powerful, but you'll have fewer RTS units to use. Like these guys are dying all the time because I'm not a very good commander. And yeah, come on. But I like this a lot better than the other. Oh shit, come on. I like this a lot better than the other multiplayer crew that I used, which was basically like you had this awful gun, but more. Oh, we're about to win. Hey. Go, come on, buddy. Come on. Get him. I'm gonna go chase this guy down.
Got his ass.
Taking them on. Not ready yet.
Oh shit. FOV is killing me in this game sometimes. I think I got this guy down. Let's see now. Come on, get him.
You are about to
Yeah. Oh, they get A. Shit.
Zone A lost.
Because I was off shooting somebody. It's all my fault.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
I am a hero. I'm play hero ball, you know. Let's go back and get A. We can win this game. That's the slow-mo zone.
Contact. Going for the kill.
Use your abilities, please, sir. Yeah, I know. I'm shooting him. Oh, fuck. That hurt a lot. I'm gonna die. Oh, I died sometimes. Oh, I think we're about to win anyways. So we can switch crews in mid-match if you want to. I'm going to pick this guy up and go and select him. Great. How do I get back into the game? Here we go. I think we won. That is Disintegration. It is a neat game that has a lot of interesting ideas. I don't think it executes on them particularly well, and I'm very disappointed by that. But it's $50 too, which seems like a lot for what you get so far.
yeah.
I know value is an important thing for a lot of people in this economy. I think it seems like for the multiplayer stuff, $50 is a lot. For the single player, I think you'd be better off playing Destiny or Destiny's not single player, but Titanfall 2. A lot of the games that this tries to get the same feeling of, it feels like there are better single player experiences. But I hope there's potential for the multiplayer stuff. I might check back in at some point. But so far, yeah, it's what it is, and I can't recommend it at $50. Maybe see if it comes to Game Pass at some point. But hopefully there'll be some improvements to it because I think there's a lot of potential. But the single player does not seem to be worth the $50 price admission. Any last thoughts from you, Ben?
No, I think you nailed it. I think it just kind of falls short.
Yeah. All right. That is Disintegration. It has a lot of. I'm going to repeat myself multiple times before I end this quick look. How about we end this quick look now, Ben?
Bye.